The end could be near, but you have the power to stop it. The Crescentian Corsairs have been bullying the islanders of Zeta for quite a number of weeks, and the Zedans are finally fed up with it. Both factions are running low on players, but I am inviting you to come along and lead these factions into battle. So what actually happened on last live stream? The raids continue in Zeta. The islanders scraping together all they can to defend, but the rations are running thin and morale is at an all-time low. And their desperation is making them become rash. The pirates have been raiding the Zedans non-stop since their loss against the Zedans not long ago. So with the pirate attacks, the Zedans have no other choice. They are coming together with their small fleet, and something dangerous is on their mind. It is high risk, high reward. A large fleet will engage the pirates head on, trying to distract from the other two things happening at the same time. But this is the strongest fleet in most of the world. The only thing that outpowers it is the sheer number of the pirates. And these are some of the best boats. Even the Taean ships are built in Zeta. Another small part of the fleet, the smallest, but... Yeah, so that happened. Essentially what I was saying is that another smaller fleet of the Zedans came from the east to attack the Great Crescent. And the Zedans are throwing everything that they have at the Great Crescent. If this doesn't work, nothing will. Meanwhile, a fleet of the refugees of Zeta are making their way to Droneland. They left, piling on as many possible citizens as could fit. The rest of all that Zeta pretty much has, except for what the army needs to carry out its mission, is going with the refugees. They will either survive on their own in Droneland, or they will get the Dronelandi to help with the attack on the Great Crescent. But the Black Company was ready for the Zedans, and when the fleet came on, they fought back hard. But at the right moment, the smaller fleet came in like a sting operation. All fell into chaos. We started the battle with 0 real players, and that kind of sucked. The player Trey and his character Jones were unable to make it due to a haircut, so he asked me if I could put in his character and have somebody control it so that he could hopefully come back to control his own character. So I did that, and Jones was controlled by Prince Pants. On the side of Zeta, we had Self-Concentrate as the NPC Wilhelm, and then on the side of the Crescentian Corsairs, we had Ramen Turtle as the NPC Ramen the Pirate, and Darth Doggo as Sea Dog. I spent a long time trying to figure out how to make this ship battle work. Lots of people had been asking me for a ship battle, so I really wanted to do this for the Great Crescent versus Zeta. And I decided on 2 ships that would be traveling adjacent to each other, and players would have to jump the gap between the ships to get to the other side. I thought that was a decent way, but maybe next time I'll try kind of a more battleship style, but we'll have to see. And so that's how the battle started. The players were kind of just running around trying to figure out how the game worked until Wilhelm, aka Self-Concentrate, jumped the gap and attacked Ramen the Pirate. He pulled off his attack and then hopped back over, but this time he fell in the water and died. It was a quick death and a little bit Unfortunate, but then it was Ramen's turn to attack, and Ramen the pirate also hopped the boat. He landed on the other side and attacked the NPC version of Jones, and that was when Trey returned, able to take control over Jones from Prince Pans. And things kind of started to go downhill. Ramen the pirate hit a pretty heavy hit onto Jones, but Jones was able to kill Ramen the pirate. He was now left very low on HP, and now he and Darth Doggo, aka Sea Dog, were staring each other down. There were not many ways for Trey to win. I think he had maybe 2 HP left, which just really sucked. If Self-Concentrate had stayed on the ship instead of running back and forth, there's a great possibility that the Zedans would have lived. But the Sea Dog just didn't do anything, and Ramen Turtle did a lot of the heavy lifting, leading to a pretty optimal outcome for the pirates. The two stared each other down, Sea Dog unwilling to face the Mad Admiral, and Jones just in too bad of a shape to even hop the ship. The ships ended up passing each other, leaving each other in their dust, and from there, things turned south. The Crescentian Corsairs eventually took over the battlefield, and many of the Zedans were now fleeing, wary from their battle and running low on provisions. Despite their surprise attack, despite their all-out strength, they were still not enough to meet the strength of the Black Company. The Zedans are a brave bunch. A pity to waste such strength. But Zeta was now within arm's reach. Also, a pity. If the Corsairs took over Zeta, there would be no more money from Taelar. But the Zedans were strong. They were desperate. If they were allowed to survive, there would be no more pirates. Boats were burning in the harbor, men drowning in the water, ships sinking. But at least once the Black Company took over Zeta, they would have one more bargaining chip with Taelar. Either way, the pirates would win, and their next stop was Denysa. I need you to join a faction. I don't ask for this very much. I kind of just tell you you're joining a faction, or suggest that you join a faction, but I need you to join a faction. Especially one of these smaller ones like Zeta, the Great Crescent. They just don't have many players in them. But the good thing for you is that because they don't have many players in them, climbing the ladder to become a general is just that much easier. If that sounds like something you want to do, and if you want to become a general and lead your troops into the next battle, be sure to check out the Wanderer's Handbook in the description. Until next time, peace.